Can elections be held while St. Kitts Nevis while the borders of St. Kitts Nevis remain closed due to COVID-19 concerns? Why? And of course, Member of Parliament Konris, Maynard, you can also, if you still want to continue with the part of the first question, if you want to offer a response, that's it. But the question, you will now give the first presentation to the question. I'm going to repeat the question again. Can elections be held while St. Kitts Nevis borders remain closed due to COVID-19 concerns? And if so, why? If not, why?
Right. So naturally, if we are in a situation where the health of the nation requires that there is absolutely no inbound traffic into our country, well, our constitution mandates that we have elections. However, given what we hear and what we have seen over the past years and even recently, is that there is great concern that there might be one standard for one party in government, and another standard for a party not in government. We saw it happen over even just the state of emergency, where persons were limited to their activities during the partial curfew, while the government members and their associates took advantage of the situation of the full lockdowns. And so we have seen it in a number of things across where there is great concern that it is possible that our borders can remain closed, but then somehow there are exceptions that only the government can grant. So the point here is that whatever the position is, it must be a position that is transparent and clear to everyone and accessible to everyone on all sides. This is a democracy. We are supposed to have a fair, level playing field. That is how it is. Regardless of what transpired 100 years ago, 50 years ago, 20 years ago, 5 years ago, we should always be moving to a point where our democracy becomes more equitable and equal access to everyone. So, yes, of course, if, for instance, there is a major outbreak next month and it is deemed a health risk, that the borders have to remain closed, then I think that determination can be made. But any opportunity that our residents or our nationals have to exercise their franchise, they should not be blocked.
Ambassador Powell?
I agree with the last part of Konris' statement. Regardless of what would have happened 5 years ago and 10 years ago and 15 years ago, the playing field must be leveled. And I'm confident that over the past 5 years, the Team Unity administration has done what it had to do to level that playing field. We pulled out all the backhoes and we leveled it because it clearly was not leveled before. As far as the ability to have elections is concerned, I think that it is very possible. I know some persons have criticized the statement recently by Denzel Douglas. If you could line up in shopping to go shopping, you can line up to vote. To an extent, I agree with that, provided that the necessary protocols are put in place, provided that the necessary facilities are put in place. I think that we are at a point in time where we can properly have general elections.